this year for the Johnsons, because they've beaten this team, so they're not walking out of here just like, what do we do?
That was back on February 19th in Mesa. Right out of the gate, Ben Johns is got to be a motivated man after going down in singles yesterday, unexpectedly.
Point.
Cross court put away for Ben Johns.
1-0-1.
An early 2-0 lead for the 1 seed.
Oh my, the hat is on the ground.
Oh, the defense was incredible, but what a put away for J.W. Johnson to hang in that rally. And that's where the #1 team in the world gets frustrating. They get everything back unless you do something superhuman.
And had that hat on a volley fallen into the kitchen, that would have been a fault, Michelle. But since it was behind the kitchen, not a problem for Jorja. The other team could say it's a hindrance if that was the case, but more of a hindrance to her than anybody. It's a great read from J.W. Johnson, kind of a half Ernie there, went over to the side, read the ball up the line from Anna Leigh.
Second serve.
Boy, just mishit. There was nothing on that from Jorja. She tried to get a little spin and cut it. Just didn't hit it cleanly.
No margin of error against the 1 seed. They force you to play a perfect game.
Okay, we got to do something with this hat, Jorja. It's not that sunny, so I expect the hat. She's gonna stay with it.
The hat is here to stay,
It
Dave.
is, I know. I'm not making fashion decisions. Let's be honest.
Jorja Johnson, big on that backhand in the middle.
And that's been the new ATP. It's a 3-shot shot. It's around the post, defended, and then your partner comes over and has the best chance to clean up the point. And that's the difference in this team. Jorja does not care who's in front of her. Did a great job after J.W. Johnson opened the court, fired right away at Ben Johns.
Battle of the 16-year-olds, and then Ben Johns puts an end to that rally.
And it was Jorja who got out of it on the half volleys there. She kept half volleying the ball and then decided to speed one up, and the Perseus paddle was ready.
Point.
Into the net goes Jorja Johnson. Ben Johns continues his serve. Wow. J.W. Johnson read it to his left, and big down the middle came Ben Johns.
And if you want that beautiful Perseus paddle, go to Pickleball Central. They have it today, right now. You can go to pickleballcentral.com and get that paddle right there that just hit shot like that. Your paddle will hit shots like that.
Have you played with the Perseus?
I have hit a few balls, and I have one ready. Oh, I think
Did it make you a different
really
player?
nice. It is a very nice paddle. It's
Why?
a great job.
What separates it?
You'll just the balance. There's some good pop in it, but 16 millimeter can still play defense. So really well done. Little grit for you as well. That carbon fiber. So I think Mish, your game, you will be well served with Perseus or Scorpius from Yola if you want to go down the Yola Road.
Anna Bright swears by the Scorpius.
Yes. She's swearing at her Scorpius right now after the last match.
3-4-1.
Just back for Ben Johns. How about that? Firefight, the Johnsons staying right in this opening game.
Yeah, Jorja just leaned that one all the way out of the court. So that time her footwork was off. She thought Ben was going to attack, so she stayed back, then saw he'd take it off the bounce, but her feet were not set. So I like the read, but just be set and just lay that back in the kitchen again. Discipline so important when you're playing this team. You have to play a near perfect match.
JW Johnson speeds it up, and Annalie Waters, it works. So the Johnsons recover a 1-point lead. Can they sustain this?
For sure, they've beaten them. So this is not
5-4-2.
just new territory for them.
This is their 5th meeting between these two teams. Another punching backhand finish from JW Johnson.
And this is what
6-4-2.
it's a give and take when you're a partnership.
Oh, ATP miss for JW Johnson.
Yeah, the dreaded HTP there. He hit the post. He likes to slice it and cut it back in, so the shape of that one comes back closer to the net post, and caught it there.
Second serve.
Missed third shot drop for Ben Johns.
4-6-2. Point.
Couple times Jorja's been a little impatient. She definitely had the opening there, but the ball's a little too narrow to the net.
Put away, JW Johnson.
And that's the difference with Jorja. Annalie cracked that right at Jorja, and she used that pace and added more to it. That's well done.
Oh, inside out volley, sneak attack from the 16-year-old Jorja Johnson.
Placement over power there. The power of her brother set that up, and then just sneaky down the line. Beautifully done.
Jorja Johnson had it lined up, just goes long.
AL and J-Dub in the initials battle there. That was something else.
7-5-2.
How about that start from Jorja Johnson, finished off by JW Johnson.
So good, and that's the thing. To beat the best teams, you can't just play defense and hope the other team's going to miss.
Oh, an early celebration there from JW Johnson. Just many.
Timeout receiving team. Time in. 9-5-2.
They're enjoying a 4-point lead, 2 points away from closing out game 1 against the 1 seed.
Boy, and all the theatrics of J-Dub, and the ball keeps going over.
Too good for Ben Johns. Another chance for them to close the gap here.
5-9-1. Second serve.
Uncharacteristic looking Annalie Waters.
5-9-2.
Man, that's just tough luck all around there. Jorja played a ball that was definitely going wide earlier in that rally and then takes one off the tape. Nice job by her brother blocking that so we didn't have to see the carnage.
Side out.
Just wide for Annalie Waters.
Yeah,
Johnsons are clearly targeting Annalie, which is not normally a recipe for success, or there's really not a targeted area you can hit on Ben Johns and Annalie.
Stay in this cross-court dink.
Ooh, miss for Ben Johns, which means game point on the side of JW and Jorja Johnson.
6-1.
Upset brewing on championship court.
Every rally, but if you're there every time, it gives you just better math.
Annalie Waters right out of the gate. She's motivated and she's feisty. Straight ahead at Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think she likes the fact that it was another teenager who was really making a difference in game number one.
And here come the one seed.
And the offense is all going through ALW.
2-0-2.
JW Johnson there to clean it up.
So you can be aggressive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you are aggressive in the absolute wrong spot, which is going cross-court right into Jorja Johnson, she's going to set up J-Dub. So you gotta pick your spots when this team is playing this well.
Ben Johns punishes that ball off the tape. What is it that Jorja Johnson does so well to set up her partner, JW?
She's got the hands to handle when it's sped up, and she will also speed the ball up off the bounce herself. So, and she does a very good job of picking the right targets. There's a good one right there.
Wow.
Hammering away at the paddle side hip of Ben Johns is not an easy thing to do. But she got him to come out with his hand twice.
Oh, inside out attempt from Jorja Johnson. She wanted that sideline. Seen it a couple of times work in her favor.
Yeah, so a missed serve and then that's, you know, if you want to beat this team, and I realize you got one in your pocket, got to make the next ball.
JW Johnson all over that speed up from Annalie Waters. She knows that wasn't the right choice.
Well, she set her feet up before that ball even landed that she was going to hit a two-handed backhand, so that's what I'm talking about. Aggression is great, but if you are making decisions before the ball even lands that you're going to hit a ball hard down the line, you'll pay the price a lot of the time.
3-1-2.
Earned the attack, just didn't make it, did Jorja Johnson.
4-1-2. Side out.
It's ball. Leigh Waters can't believe she missed.
1-4-1. Second serve. One, 4-2.
Wow, just everyone shooting their arms up into the air, trying to coax the ball over. J-Dub's been very effective with that. The pickleball gods are on his side so far.
Side out.
Where was Jorja Johnson going there?
Trying to keep Ben honest on that down the line, but those are the things they did not miss in game number 1. They kept the ball on the ground.
Second serve. 4-2-2.
Ben Johns jams up Jorja.
So that's what happens if you leave it in the middle, whether it's right in front of J-Dub or in a couple steps over. Ben will pull that so far back. He does this. You'll see him do it tomorrow with Colin as his partner.
Side out.
Right here. Come on, guys.
2-5-1.
Wow, what an answer from Leigh Waters.
Terrific hands by Ben Johns at the front of that, because it was smoked at him from J.W. Johnson.
Oh, ATP and a beauty for Jorja Johnson.
It looked like there wasn't going to be room, because when she left, she started so far in the middle of the court, but was able to shape that around the corner. What a shot.
Oh, got another chance, but Ben Johns will clean that up every time.
Yeah, had J-Dub just kept his court position, he would have been still in it, but ran over to try and help his sister, and she was up to the task.
Wow, what a play from Jorja Johnson. Brings it wide. Leigh Waters maybe looking as if that ball could have been wide.
Yeah, like,
Looked
hey,
like it might have been.
you want to call that wide there, Ben? Nope.
Wow, Jorja Johnson hits the sideline, then splits the middle.
3-5-1.
Oh, off the tape.
Yeah,
Once and almost
unlucky.
twice. Yeah.
Because what a rope down the line. Ben's volley was right there for the taking, and J-Dub was there.
Jorja Johnson rips it into the net. Another chance here on her serve.
4-5-2.
1 point game.
Side out.
Denied by the net again.
J-Dub really feeling it here today. A lot of histrionics from him, showing a lot of emotion of the ball just going over the net today.
5-4-1.
Ball is wide.
Second serve.
Annalie Waters will take back the second serve.
5-4-2.
Oh,
Point.
That ball is definitely going out, but it was right at Jorja Johnson, and
6-4-2.
sometimes you just can't get your body moving when it's directly at you. That one away from her body, and just happy to slam that back at Ben.
4-6-1.
wide for Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, bad luck, but those were the balls she was making to get them the 11-6 win in game one. She's had a couple of misses
4-6-2.
on those opportunities. You got to keep going for it, though.
Side out.
Another third missed and hand on the hip for J.W. Johnson.
6-4-1.
Jeez. Wow. Ben Johns is so ridiculous. Missed it there, but comes up with some unbelievable plays.
Yeah, the digs before that were world class.
Foot fault called on the side of Ben Johns and
Wow.
Leigh.
Okay. So a wild fire fight there. Let's see what happened here.
4-6-1.
Just
the
did drag
toe
it.
drag.
Yeah.
Ben Johns almost never gets caught on any sort of fault. Ben Johns catches the wing of Jorja Johnson.
Yeah, she earned a ball that could be attacked, but
4-6-2.
Ben was ready for the backhand attack that time. Georgia's had some success.
Side out.
Not that time.
6-4-1. Point.
And that bounce goes in favor of Annalie Waters. They now take a 3-point lead.
And she has definitely upped her foot movement. Saw some
7-4-1.
aggressive poaching there. Create some chaos.
Point.
Out for
Timeout
Jorja
CBT.
Johnson.
We want this match to be
8-4-1.
played because those percentages and tendencies will favor us. That is not something every team is doing, I can assure you.
Point.
Ben Johns prevailing in that hands battle.
Yeah, that first grab of the two-handed
9-4-1.
backhand, that was a great attack from Jorja Johnson down the line, but she just got beat.
Second serve. 9-4-2. Side out.
So much good partner protection going on today where short returns are being
4-9-1.
saved by the other player on your team cutting that off. J.W. Johnson made it happen there.
Second serve.
Again, just can't get to the kitchen. So this has been an issue on 4. They haven't been able to put the ball on the ground and get up there.
Oh, Ben Johns, sneak attack on J.W. Johnson. That doesn't happen too often or ever.
No, it's a great read, and catching it with your left hand does not score points, J-Dub. Sorry.
Second serve. 9-4-2.
Nobody's getting to that ball. J.W. Johnson throttles that shot. Serve returns to their side. If anything, you want to get some momentum going into the third deciding game if you can't come back in this one. What an ATP from Leigh Waters.
Yeah, that's the danger of cutting that angle of the cross court too much and with topspin.
Jorja Johnson attacks a rare pop-up chance from Ben Johns.
5-9-2.
Boy, that's the ball they want right there. Ben had a ball eat him up a little bit, and he had to pop it up right into the Johnson backhand, but he couldn't make it.
Oh, J.W. Johnson looks like he tripped himself up there.
Well, this is a great and I'm going to say illegal Ernie there from Jorja. I'd have to see that again to be sure, but it sure looked like she walked her way through. Didn't end up affecting the scoreboard, but that looked like maybe. I got to see it again before I'm sure, but another game point here.
Side out.
So a game point saved from the Johnsons.
5-10.
Here's another look at that Ernie you were questioning.
Yeah, that left foot never got down again, but it didn't matter, fortunately.
J.W. Johnson comes up big once again. 4 points down.
You're correct. 6-10-1.
Leigh Waters lined up and loaded on the two-handed backhand.
Just tags the leg of J.W. Johnson.
6-10-2.
J.W. Johnson with a juicy opportunity, missed. So game point returns to Waters and Johns, their second.
6-1.
Leigh Waters cleans it up.
Take all your thirds if you're the Johnsons, and then J-Dub's got to look for chances to get in there, get aggressive. Oh, Jorja was auditioning for a left side player there, and it was looking pretty good.
0-0-1.
And those are the types of misses that just, it makes it really hard to beat this team.
Second serve.
Wide for Annalie Waters. Ben Johns takes over.
Point.
Heavy drive there, and again, that's a couple times Jorja right at the body, hasn't been able to tuck that paddle back in and defend it. She tried with a forehand there. Well, that was a highlight reel chance taken by Annalie Waters, didn't make it.
0-2-1.
Ben Johns, he can punish you from nearly everywhere on the court.
You hear Jorja saying right now they got to get those thirds on the ground.
Ooh. Oh, how did Annalie Waters even get to that?
She didn't want to.
She pulled back.
Yeah, she absolutely did not want to touch that ball and hits a winner off the top of the net.
0-1.
It's almost not even fair.
No.
It's not fair.
Second serve.
That one, you expect her to drill down the middle, so pickleball gods sort of even things out there.
Oh, wow. What a battle.
Tough luck for Jorja there. She had to deal with one of those dinks from Annalie off the tape, and that just, it's just the fractions, Michelle, that change where this rally takes place.
Side out.
Fortuitous bounce off the net for Jorja Johnson. She also short hops a lot of her dinks.
Yeah. Take time away. Really, really improved in that area. It's been money in 2023.
Second serve.
But since they had about 4 or 5 points in game 2, they just have not consistently been able to get to the kitchen.
An aggressive play from JW Johnson will get it done that time. So what is it that's preventing them from getting the kitchen? I imagine the third drop.
Yeah, the thirds are up a little bit, and then in transition, they're not able to put the fifths on the ground if they drive it. But why mess around? Just crank it up, and that's what they're able to do. And I'd love to see more of JW Johnson doing this, even in men's with Dylan Frazier. Guy moves so well.
That was a beautiful third. Ooh, couldn't do one better on the fifth. So the serve returns to Ben Johns.
3-2-1.
Now only up by 1. Wow, that was a big time shot for Jorja Johnson inside out.
Flirting with disaster on the return down the line. It stayed in, and then the next one, Ben didn't even dream she'd go back to that spot.
Ooh, Jorja Johnson misses.
It is so hard to get your paddle and the touch to be short hopping these all day long. It's been really good. You can't let that carry over into the next one, and Jorja has put the paddle down, so J-Dub will walk that way too. And Jorja knows she's gonna have to make those short hop dinks for the rest of the afternoon if they're gonna win.
Oh, a diving Jorja Johnson.
So keep making those pickleball playlists and have fun out on your rec courts while we're watching these great players too.
It's a good way to come out of the end
Yes.
change.
2-6-1.
Four-point deficit feels insurmountable against a 1 seed.
Again, just can't get the ball down and can't get both players to the kitchen.
Oh, beautiful inside-out volley for Leigh Waters. Was it in?
It was. I didn't know until I just said that, to be clear. I was like, what's J-Dub doing with the ball? Is he keeping it? Or?
Confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ball Jorja Johnson always makes.
Yeah, because you heard Leigh say, I'm here, but Ben had already stuck his paddle out, which speeds up the rally, and 10 feet of court was open, but Jorja went for 11.
Point.
Boy, and you don't hear a lot from Ben Johns, but get the nice hands there, and this has gotten
My mixed double ship, I'm not sure.
Time in.
just
We're,
rip it and rip it,
Rip
Mish.
it and rip it. That is Pickleball After Dark for now. It is all semifinals for these two teams.
Second serve.
Yeah, but this is, the other part of this is just the discipline of Leigh and Ben have just stayed in. We're going to put the ball in front of Jorja all day long.
Ooh, a crumbling Jorja Johnson.
And nice composure. Leigh Waters had a couple balls that you would usually see her tattoo, but just stayed in it, and that's how people win.
Oof. Another miss for Jorja Johnson. Match point for Ben Johns and Leigh Waters, looking for yet another appearance on Championship Sunday. Foot fault called on Ben Johns again. We're all surprised.
All over it. Got to see that one again. Such a good roll there by Leigh Waters, and she has been terrific in games 2 and 3, just winning that cross-court dink battle, setting herself and Ben Johns up. There it is again, and this pattern has been lethal. And Jorja's been on the ground a lot. Trying to fend this off.
Leigh Waters with the second match point on her paddle.
Second serve.
She misses. Another chance for Ben Johns.
10-2-2.
The Johnsons are still alive. They've got to go.
2-10-1.
Looking unlikely, but anything's possible.
Second serve.
And in game 1, Jorja won some of those hands battles, and that was a big part of the 11-6 on their side, but Ben has had a perfect read on those so far.
3-10-2.
Looked like the Newman brother and sister back there for a while with all the defense. Ben just hitting large targets though the whole time, not risking so far ahead in the rally.
And the match ends on the paddle of Ben Johns. The 1 seed prevails.